Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at a surprise message from your spirit guides. To do this, I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck, and of course if you prefer to, look at these. If you prefer to pick your pile using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. If you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, there's also a timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you to the part of the introduction where we shuffle your cards and find out which one of the piles. If you feel confused today and you wish for spirit to pick your pile, that's the section that does that. All right, otherwise we will be looking at your tarot cards for today's reading. Right. So for pile number 1, you've got the Ace of Cups. For pile number 2, you've got the Page of Pentacles. And for pile number 3, you've got the 8 of Swords. I have a very good feeling about today's reading. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the Opalite. For pile number 2, you've got the Lodalite. And for pile number 3, you've got the Hematite. In the shape of a disco ball. Right, so take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings you're meant to hear in today's reading regarding your surprise message from your spirit guides. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And I want to talk to you a little bit about yesterday. I didn't post a reading, and I wanted to let you know what happened. So yesterday, all of a sudden, I was inspired to do a channeled reading. I don't usually do channeled readings that often because it takes so much energy from me. You have no idea. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time, like 3 times the time it takes for me to do a regular reading. And the editing time is so long because of the pauses. I respect the process. I just sit there until I genuinely get like an idea looking at the cards, get a message, and I say it. I don't, of course, make you wait with me in all of that silence time, or sometimes I pick up on a message. I feel like I got the idea, but I didn't get what I'm supposed to say exactly. I feel like I co-create with this message by making sense of the phrases that I get or the ideas that I get. Like sometimes I get a whole chunk of idea at the same time I get what I'm supposed to say. It could even be, most of the time when I'm doing channeling, it is a completely new process for me, a concept for me myself. And so that's why I personally love channeling. And so sometimes it just flows. Sometimes I just wait. I don't want to just say anything ever. Sometimes I get a phrase, I know I'm supposed to say that phrase, so I say it, and so on. So the editing is long. Everything about channeled messages is long. I feel like even when it comes to posting the readings, not many people are 100% into channeled messages. I respect that, but it is part of my creative process that I love to do. It is definitely hard and arduous, but I go through it whenever I feel it. So yesterday was planned to be a regular reading. I was doing a reading about your personalized tarot reading. I felt like I haven't done this one for a long time, and it was time to do a personal reading for you guys. So I set everything up and I was about to begin the reading. Suddenly, I got this strong urge to channel a totally different idea. So I just left everything on the table, and I suddenly got this urge. I started getting a whole different message all about what was it yesterday about? Gosh, I did the whole thing and I can't remember. I think it was about doing something anyways or something. I'll show you like a picture here. I suddenly, like a video here of what I did, suddenly got the urge. I felt so strongly about a particular topic, a particular idea, and I found myself walking, imagining myself like telling someone to fix this part of their lives, and I felt so passionate. I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is like a channeled message that is waiting to come out. Who am I talking to? So I took the camera and felt, instead of it just being a wasted energy of me like speaking to myself in the living room, I took the camera, went downstairs, and I just started shooting what I was saying. I clicked on the camera and I just kept walking and just letting it out. It was like a 3-4 minute thing. And then when I looked at the footage, I saw my legs like walking as I was so passionately talking, channeling that message. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post it exactly the way it is with the walking, but I could also add some video to help the person who's listening and being inspired to focus better listening to that message. And I left all of my work. I left everything. Like, I had more things to do after the reading yesterday, and I left everything. I just followed that process and I edited it. And then I came to the table. It was time to do the reading. And then I felt, hey, why don't I do a channeled reading? I just feel something strong today. I feel like a channeled reading. So I shot everything, shot the cards for each pile, took the picture and went downstairs again. As I was looking at your whole spread, I just started channeling what I'm seeing. That was a long day. I didn't do anything but that. Again, like I said, it really takes up all of my time. I didn't even finish editing that video entirely, but I'm so happy I let that energy out. Even if a few people watch this video, I don't care. I feel like staying true to myself and what I feel and what needs to come out is the right thing, even if it doesn't look right on the channel. I would love to be serving everyone at all times, but if I feel something, I'm going to do it. And speaking of which, I was thinking that small video that inspired everything that happened yesterday, where was I going to post that? I kept thinking a bit, and I thought, I don't want to disturb this channel. I want it to feel safe for everyone. You know, I can change things up a little bit, but for things like that, I thought I do have another channel, and that is the Zodiac channel. And I thought to myself, I left this channel for like 2 years now, 2 years and a half, maybe even 3, and I didn't post anything. Always thinking I'll come back and post Zodiac signs, but 3 years I think is enough time to make me realize that my responsibilities keep growing by the year. They're not getting less. And I wish I can be full-time content creator, full-time, just being inspired and bringing everything that I love out, because there's so much that I feel I can bring to the world in different topics that I can really help people, that I already do in my everyday life, help people out with effectively in my everyday life, that I'm not able to have the time to do. Maybe one day. But for now, I can use that other channel for these inspirational ideas that I get, because I do get a lot of ideas like the one I just did yesterday. Sometimes when I'm editing a reading, there is a particular part that feels so strong that I feel needs to be a general message for everyone. So it's like a part that if you find it, then it's definitely your message, and many other ideas. And if I am lucky a little bit, I can do something else as well, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself, talking and talking. When I talk, I let everything out, honestly. So I gotta be careful here. I don't want to say things that I don't do, but I have a lot of things in my heart that I really want to do. And I hope that the universe gives me this opportunity if it's meant to be one day. So yeah, back to the Zodiac channel. I will not be using it as Zodiac as much as I would love doing that. I unfortunately don't have the time, excuse me, to keep that all up and to do it realistically. So I'm going to be putting my inspirations there. I understand if this is not your sort of content. Absolutely respect that. I will not be sad if you like unsubscribe or anything. If you want to enjoy it as well, if you think that's going to be great, then wonderful. At the end of the day, I'm doing all of this from my heart for the person that it's meant to reach. So if it's meant to reach you, it's yours. If it's not, then maybe this second channel is not what you are meant to hear right now, right? But yeah, that's the plan. These are the updates. That is all of the crazy things that happened yesterday. I'll finish editing this reading. Maybe, who knows, maybe I finish editing it, posting it today. Maybe you already have seen that reading and that's the second reading that I post on the channel today. Who knows what's going to happen exactly, depending on the time that I have to finish everything. But yeah, overall, these are the updates with what's going on. Like I told you, this year I want to let you in and share what's going on and connect with you from the heart, letting you know what I'm thinking about, what's going on. Because I felt like in the past many years, actually, I would handle issues myself. Like this wouldn't go right, I would just fix it and do it, and work on handling it on myself. And nobody knew really what was going on unless I was answering a question in the comment section. I feel like this year I really want to make you part of everything. Okay, so that is all I wanted to say. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, this is the next section of the introduction. If you don't prefer that, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. Okay, so in a moment, I will be drawing out, after the shuffling, 4 signs for each pile. 1, 2, and 3. Third pile. Right, let's see what we've got. For pile number 1, the signs are Virgo, Libra, Aries, as well as Gemini. For pile number 2, the signs are Cancer, Taurus, Sagittarius, as well as Aquarius. The signs for pile number 3 are Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, as well as Capricorn. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions to make it easier for you to find your pile. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your reading. And please note that in a moment, or the next section will be all about spirit picking your pile. If this is something that you would like to try out today, please stick around. If this is something that you don't prefer in today's reading, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for spirit to pick your pile today, welcome to this section of the introduction. What we usually do is assign a different tarot card to each pile The Magician represents pile number 1, the High Priestess, pile number 2, and the Empress, pile number 3. I will be shuffling your cards around until one of them grabs my attention, and I will know that it is your chosen pile. Okay, I was supposed to pass that one, and I couldn't. I was holding these two at the same time. So now I know it's the High Priestess, pile number 2, your chosen pile. Okay, so my dear soul family, I hope you've enjoyed the different ways in which you can pick your pile today. Once you're ready, you know the drill. You'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your reading. I will see you there, and I hope that it brings the clarity that you need and feel you are meant to receive in today's reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your surprise message from your spirit guides. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested, of course, in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. Okay, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Opalite. Your significator card is this specific Ace of Cups. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Libra, Aries, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so we're all ready and set. Let's take a look at your surprise message. Okay. Excuse me. So right in front of me, as I was talking to you, are cookies. I'll show it to you right now. Are cookies that have the word free. They're talking about free calories, less sugar, and all of that. These are cookies that I indulge in whenever I feel like, I would like a little dessert, so that I don't consume a lot of sugar. And it just reminded me, as I just saw it right now, that perhaps you're getting something free, as in you're going to enjoy a new type of energy in your life without necessarily having to pay, let's say, the consequences of it. First, let me show you the cookies. So these are the words that I've been reading. It caught my attention, the word free, just as I was ready to reveal your cards. And so I'm instantly feeling like you are going to get something in your life without necessarily having to work for it. It's one of those free moments that happen in life. You know, we all have to work hard, for example, to get money, right? Some people just win the lottery, right? Or they get an inheritance from a faraway relative or something. Free again, like some people have to work hard to have a healthy body. Other people, they eat all of these things, they go through the tests, and it's great. At least I think, as far as I remember. But in any case, as far as I think, I feel like there are a lot of people who are just healthy despite the fact that they eat, unless I'm getting it wrong, of course, that they eat whatever they want. All I'm trying to say is that there's a free concept here. There's a concept of something free happening in your life where you won't necessarily have to work that much for it, but you're just going to enjoy it, you see? So let's take a look at your oracle cards first to get an idea. So you've got messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. We'll read which part of the Alice story this is referring to in a moment. And I want to open this one first. You've got all these rabbits. What? You know, they are an animal associated with abundance and something coming in abundance, large amounts. So you've got projection. For some of you, it could be a project, by the way. But in anyways, you've got projection here. Okay. Now, when it comes to this deck, it has 3 objects. And each object has a meaning in the Oracle guidebook. And the way I always use it on the channel is that I allow the symbolism in all of the cards to show us which one of these 3 symbols belongs to you. And then we read that particular part in the guidebook to see what your message is. So your 3 objects here are nickel, fork, as well as baby rattle. Okay. You've got Mercury in Taurus with resistance. Let's keep it here so that we keep your tarot cards up there. Right. And you've got Jupiter in Scorpio with manipulation. Okay. Yeah, manipulation. Like I told you, there's like this spiritual energy. Do you see? There is an outside magical force that is changing the course of things in your life. That's why it's a surprise. Like there is some area of your life where you were recently, or maybe for a long time, experiencing a lot of resistance. Maybe even all of your life, who knows? But all I'm trying to say is that there is an area, particular area of your life where you would usually experience a lot of resistance. And there is some energetic, some magical energy happening that is changing everything. That's why we've got manipulation of energy that is making it flow effortlessly. It's making it work. And it looks like it's in the energy of abundance. What type of abundance? I'm not sure yet. But let's see. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Okay, so you've got, 2 times 4. I know it's Jupiter, looks like a 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Anyways, you've got the 10 of Swords. The Hermit. The 3 of Pentacles. The Tower card. Okay. The Knight of Swords. Usually the Knight of Swords is depicted, of course, as moving quickly. Here, it's the Knight of Swords is sitting on the Knight of Pentacles because it's standing, right? So that's an interesting energy. You've got the Fool card and you have the Empress there. Wow, lovely. Lovely. You've got, these 2 cards came out together. The 7 of Cups as well as the Page of Cups. Both are holding the cups. I love your reading. This is going to be a huge surprise. I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, we got a card here. How? Well, let's take a look at the cards. The story the cards are trying to show you first before we answer the questions, because I already got ahead of myself and started asking questions. So let me show you what I'm seeing. Here you can see with the 10 of Swords that there is, we have already established that there is a particular area of your life where it's resistant. Now we understand that it's also causing a lot of pain time after time. This is an energy that you've been carrying and handling all on your own. You've got the Figure from the World card here. Although right now you are feeling this pain and you're carrying it on your own, the Figure from the World card shows that the surprise particularly has to do with it being completed or finally ending this pain and its completion. It could have been the Death card where I would have told you, hey, this pain is ending. The World card means that this whole chapter is ending and a new one is beginning. And you can see that this new chapter is all about things flowing for you, abundance working in your favor. And you can even see it here with the Tower card and the Three of Pentacles. That's that idea we've been discussing, that the energies that were halting and causing the pain, halting this thing and causing all of the pain, is being forcefully pushed out of your life. And thus, it's starting to work. It's exactly like the body, for example, where there is a, like, let's say a bacteria, and it is that bacteria that was causing the pain, for example, causing this manipulation, causing this resistance. And then when the immune system pushes it out, kills it, takes it out, the body starts working in harmony once again. So that's the idea I'm picking up here. And you can see the change, the dichotomy of energies in the Knight of Swords. This, let's say, juxtaposition within the same card, pronounced juxtaposition within the same card. The fastest knight in the deck, which is the Knight of Swords, versus the slowest knight in the deck, which is the Knight of Pentacles, both in the same card. So we get the idea that something was very slow moving, that's now going to start moving quickly. The Fool card shows us the rest of the picture. There is a new beginning. So something ended, something is beginning, but it's beginning with abundance this time, as we take a look at the Empress in your Fool card. So looking at all of these details of the cards consistently showing us the same message in your reading, we do understand that there is an absolute new beginning, a surprise in your life. We understand that it's free. You're not going to have to, like, let's say, work for it. It's being given to you. This is the Seven of Pentacles, right? It's in the background of the Seven of Wands. Again, something challenging you in so many ways for some time of your life. Now it's turning its energy into everything being offered to you instead of being you being challenged. So all in all, you can see that you will be the Cup here. You will be receiving something big, and that thing will allow you to receive so many other things as a consequence. Happy times for you. You get one thing, and then because of that, you get so many things. You know, that's like, for example, someone who couldn't get one client, right? But then huge corporation loves their work. They're like, wow, what a talent. We would love to work with you on this particular project. You are exactly the person we're looking for. You work with that one company, and all the other companies suddenly want to work with you. Suddenly you've got a lot of clients. We love your artwork. Oh my God, we are obsessed. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting. You get that one cup and everything opens up. A flood, an inundation of that energy just starts getting into your life. So that's why we get in numbers here when we take a look at the rabbits appearing. Right, and this actually draws me to the baby rattle, because there's noise suddenly from stagnancy, inaction. There's a lot of noise, a lot of action, and it definitely draws me towards your baby rattle in this reading. What is this card hiding? The Hanged Man, and you got the Strength in the Hanged Man. So it's like a pickle, really. In every way, it's like a pickle, either in the pickle itself or the expression. What you were going through was a pickle. You really didn't know how to figure it out. But the fact that it kept, what happens to the pickle? It kept fermentation. So the longer it goes through this fermentation process, the better it is, right? The more healthy bacteria it creates and so on. And similarly, you might have been thinking that this huge pause was something working against you, when really it ages like fine wine. It was getting better and better and better for you, this situation here, by the day. You might not understand really why, but as you see this weird, I want to say amazing process of magic happening, just like in the fermentation, you think when you don't know much about something that the pickle, like when you don't know much, for example, about fermentation, we think that the pickle is going bad when really it's becoming very healthy. And similarly, in your situation, you would think that, and that's why there was a lot of pain, that the process that you're going through is leading to something bad, when in fact it is one of those lucky instances that it's leading to something good. If we look at the tower and the example of the body that I gave you, it's similar to when like intermittent fasting, for example, or when a human being had to go a long while in the past without eating, they couldn't find food. During that time, their body had to go through a process of becoming stronger, the cells regenerating. All of this starving time was very good for the body. It made this person much stronger. And so that holds so true that today we have a fridge at home and we cook and we can buy our food from the supermarket and all of that. But at the end of the day, we have to mimic this process of like fasting, for example, which a lot of nutritionists and a lot of doctors advise certain or maybe even all of the people to do. I'm not an expert at all. These are just my opinions. So all I'm trying to say is you thought this was bad when you were going through a similar process as the examples that I was trying to give you to translate the cards. What you were going through was an amazing magical process that was leading to something amazing and not leading towards something bad at all. In your reading particularly, it is leading to a form of great abundance. I will not leave you there. I'm going to take your tarot cards. In fact, why don't we take the deck of the significator card to try to find out what that type of abundance is and how it's going to happen exactly in a moment. But I'm really thinking, let's now read the message pertaining to the baby rattle in the guidebook. Baby rattle, number 26. So it says, first of all, it's a yes or no deck. So if you have a question on your mind, the answer is yes. Anyways, the message is, in the deepest, darkest corner of space, your answer was found. Guys, isn't this very coherent with the message we've been getting? Like in the deepest, darkest time, this is when the answer is found, what you're looking for. When you thought you were alone, handling this situation all on your own, you're not alone. And without knowing it, just like a fermentation process, it was leading, just like the Hanged Man, a period of discomfort leading to enlightenment and leading to you seeing something in a different way than you have before. Temporary situation. So now that we know, oh, hold on. I was going to start asking more about this abundance, but I'm just wondering, what is this bear around this rabbit's neck? Maybe the guidebook. Oh, we have two things to check. First of all, actually, perhaps they give us clues to the questions we're asking about. More information. Messages for a rabbit. Service to the animal world. We want to know what scene this is in the Alice in Wonderland. I'm not sure. And here, where I'm wondering, what does the artist think about this bear around the rabbit's neck, right? Is it a good catch, right? Is it a good catch? Especially that the bear has to do with hibernation. So maybe you were, again, the hibernation, alone for a long time and you're able to get a great catch. Maybe this waiting period for the bear made this rabbit feel safe, and so it was a great catch, although I don't want to think about it like that. The animals just break my heart. I can't. But speaking of animals, it says service to the animal world. So maybe I'm feeling like, oh no, this is bad, but the cards are saying it's actually a good thing, right? So not to project my own thoughts to this, we're just following the cards. This is symbolism at the end of the day. Right, so we want to look at what part this is in the Alice story. It tells us, how queer it seems, Alice said to herself, to be going messages for a rabbit. I suppose Dina will be sending me on messages next. Actually, let's read. Let's not stop there. I'm going to read this little part. What does it say? What does it say? Within this card, Alice finds herself fetching gloves and a fan for the white rabbit. While she hurries to help the strange little creature, she begins to imagine her cat Dina giving orders. Alice wonders what she might be commanded to do once she returns home. In Wonderland, the lines that divide humans and animals are very, very blurred. When this card comes to you, it suggests that you can also understand the needs of creatures, animals, and wild things. By stilling the human world about you and tuning into the greater world, the energy that is all about us, you will know what is needed. This card also suggests time spent with creatures who are not human. You will become very close to a beloved animal, perhaps a pet or an animal you take care of. You delight in their company and in taking care of their needs. Yeah, the nurturing here. You will be fascinated with the way in which they communicate, and you will learn more about what they mean when they go about their usual habits. In short, you will become more attuned to the non-human world. The lines, there's a lot of magic here. The lines between animals and people are beginning to grow less and less visible, as it is in Wonderland. You help animals, they will appreciate this, and you will be rewarded with a greater understanding, deeper connection, and many delightful moments as you come to know each other. When this card comes to visit, you will be gifted with affection, loyalty, and then an expansion of your world. Yes. Stay aware of animal visitations, for wondrous spirit is speaking with you through their pure and wild presence. So first of all, I'm reading this intuitively, as you will be connecting with a lot of animals up next in your life. You'll find that a lot of animals are being drawn to you. Birds, cats, anything that you encounter in your life, they will really be drawn to you. That's first and foremost. But what I am seeing as your message is that, do you see the third eye here opening up? It's starting to make a lot of sense. It's kind of like you will be able to manipulate things to work in your favor. That's the actual translation of this whole fermentation process, something being resistant and working out for you, because you will be inspired to do different things in your life up next. This inspiration, rest assured, is the universe's way of communicating with you. You'll find yourself inspired, for example, to take a particular action, or to do something, or to help someone or something. Maybe in your business, like advertise yourself in a particular way, or approach a specific client to help them out with something. I don't know. But you will find yourself inspired to do something. And this will be your communication directly with the universe. It's like you're an open channel right there and then. Total open channel. And it looks like you will be following that inspiration. What I'm seeing with all of the animals here is that your inspiration will come from a pure place in your heart of really doing something for the greater good, despite the fact that you are in a lot of pain and maybe stuck. Maybe you'll be able to do both things together or just something that you want to do. In all case, it comes from a nurturing and creative energy, nurturing as well as creative energy. You can see the crown chakra here. This is absolutely the stars here. This is absolutely your connection with the universe. And speaking of which, it looks like this rabbit is imagining, foreseeing the trouble that could happen, right? It's like, if I go this way, the bear might come and do this. Perhaps I am supposed to do it in that way. So there's something about you channeling thoughts and you getting clear visions. Oh, maybe I should do this. This part is dangerous. Maybe I should stay away from that. It's all ghosts and spirits and you attuning to the universe that is absolutely with the baby rattle, just giving, making you pay attention to something. And you're going to follow this vision, to protect yourself from the dangers and the pains that you're currently going through, as well as you having a great vision, the red eyes. You can see something clearly, so clearly that you are bringing it into existence, because the red is the root chakra. You're making it happen in your life. Now, the funny thing here is that we've already established that you're getting this for free, which means you're just going to take a step. You're going to do something good. You're just going to do one thing without having to really pay for it. And bam, this abundance appears in your life. And that's a surprise that your spirit guides want to highlight. Like, for example, let's say you just, out of the goodness of your own heart, you find someone who's in a cafe trying to find an idea, and you're like, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I see you struggling with an idea, and I just got this idea. I am a designer, and I just want to show it to you. You don't have to take it. It's just that as I was listening to you, I felt like maybe I could add to something you've been trying to figure out. I'm so sorry for eavesdropping. I didn't mean to, but I'm just sitting next to you, and it is my field, so I just want to show you. And the other person says, oh, please, please. And they're happy there is an expert who's getting into the conversation. So you hold a pen and you're like, I'm thinking this, and you can do it like that. This then easily shows the service you're talking about, and it explains everything. And that person, was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. Who are you again? Can I take your number? This is amazing. And because you're doing something out of the goodness of your own heart, it just changes everything for you. That person goes to work, they hire you for this big project, and before you know it, you didn't even know who this person was or what company they're working for. And suddenly you find a huge expansion happening in your life. So it looks like this is going to happen naturally. You seem to be a person who's so attuned, so connected to the universe, and you are going to find yourself inspired to do something. And that, along with that long period of resistance, will prove to be working to your favor. That, along with this, will make this big blow up. In that stagnant area of your life. Something about maybe that stagnancy, proves that you don't want to take on just any project, that you are all about doing quality projects, for example. So that turns out to be the biggest thing in your favor. Maybe someone says, oh, they're just trying to sell you something. They knew what company this was. And then this other person looks at your portfolio and they're like, they haven't done anything for years. It seems like they're not after the money. They're really staying true to their creative vision, for example. So you will find out how everything is starting to work to your favor. Your spirit guides are saying that long period where you were experiencing a lot of resistance, as well as that thing that you will absolutely be inspired to do, as well as your clear vision of what to avoid as you're going through all of this, because you will understand that how this can be manipulated against you. It's like you've got what can we say, universe lawyer that is guiding you and advising you on how to go all about it all on your own. And so you're not alone after all, my dear pile number one. And you will just find the weirdest things happening. We forgot that part of the card. You will find yourself going through the weirdest things up next. Remember here when Alice was like, I can't believe I'm like communicating with the rabbit, and the rabbit is ordering me around. Next, my cat Bina is going to be ordering me around too. So it's the weirdest changes are going to happen in your life. You're not going to believe the type of changes, because you didn't even know that these things existed. You'll be laughing sarcastically in a good way at the magic of the universe. Like, how is this even happening? Maybe you'll be working with an AI program, for example, that'll be telling you what to do, and you're like, funny how life works. Maybe, or maybe you'll be working with animals. Who knows? But really, there are a lot of surprises up next about how this whole situation is going to evolve. I want to ask several things. I want to ask about how this is going to happen for you, and how are you going to experience it. I had a question. Was it about that weird energy, that surprise? Maybe, yeah, we can ask about that. But first and foremost, let's ask about how this is. Oh, I wanted to ask about the timing. Right, so how is this going to happen, and when? Is this like right away? Let's find out. Oh, why am I holding this the other way around? It's like literally showing us the right way. Okay, so you've got the High Priestess. There's so much in the unknown that's going to pop out in your life. You know, you've got a lot of pomegranate, and there's your mouse here. So that is representing your new beginning. It's kind of like there are a lot of things that you're just not seeing with the High Priestess. But the fact that you're not seeing them doesn't negate that they're there. Yeah, if you're wondering, how is this going to change for me, this tough situation? There are so many things that you just can't see. And the way this bird is sitting reminds me of eggs, and how the birds sit on their eggs so that they can hatch. So you're sitting on some treasure that you don't even know about. And soon you will be receiving a message. Maybe you're the one who's instigating something as per your reading. And as a consequence, you'll be receiving a message or receiving a communication, receiving information that will allow you to understand and actually realize the sort of treasure you are sitting on. So that is really the situation here. You have been sitting on this without realizing. It's been fermenting in a good way for you. You just don't know. It's like that person in the past who's complaining about not finding food, not realizing that this is actually making their bodies healthier. They're like, oh my God, my body is becoming weaker. When in reality, their body was becoming stronger. So you're thinking that this situation is making you weaker. But really, you're so lucky in your specific situation, because this waiting time or this weakening time is actually making you more resilient and stronger and abundant. So let's continue to see how this is going to happen. You've got the Knight of Cups again. That two things, something within is happening. It looks one way, but it's another, just like Halloween. So Knight of Cups, this idea that you will be offered something. Here you're receiving, here's the offer. You'll be receiving something from a direction that you're not expecting at all, outside of your scope of understanding, or at least awareness, outside of your scope of awareness at the moment. Oh, look at this King of Wands. Is it a picture on the wall, or does it remind us of Alice looking through through the looking glass? There's the crown. Again, another time insisting on the idea that you can see it, but you're not aware of it. It's right in front of you, but you're not aware of the type of world. Here we've got the underworld. Here we've got the other world that Alice gets into. It's right in front of your eyes, but you don't see the internal world. You see what's going on inside. So you are currently sitting on a treasure. I don't know what this could be, this treasure. You're not aware of it now, but you'll soon realize that there's a whole other world that's going on that you have no idea about. And in that other world, what you currently have is the treasure. And once you realize that, first of all, before you realize that, my apology, you'll get a glimpse, being inspired to do something that will make this other world aware of you. Thus the Ace of Cups, the new beginning. Once you do that, you start communicating with them, with this other world, with this other situation, with this collaborating with someone, with the Three of Pentacles. And by the way, this is going to be a collaboration that you love, because this is the background of the Three of Cups. Once you start collaborating with them, you will start to be aware of the dangers. You will see it so clearly. And so you will be able to collaborate with this force to be reckoned with properly, all on your own, because you've got this universe lawyer, let's say, that's working along with you. It's crazy, but it's true. You'll be inspired to do the right thing. And once you feel like you have this power, you'll be able to push out of your life all of the things that you didn't like, that weren't going right for you. Things will just start to come into order. Things will start to move quickly. Now, we want to ask about timing, and I will use these cards to help answer that question for you. Eight of Pentacles. Look at the stamps and the seals here. It's going to happen as you are authenticating something official. Authenticating something official. Officially finish something, or as you go through an authentication process. For some of you, this could be a certificate, because the Eight of Pentacles is about mastery. So some of you will be receiving a certificate. Some of you will have like a certificate announcing you as an expert, because there's a certificate, you know, the things like the ISO, for example, that might resonate for some of you. Maybe you will officially show your expertise. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the cards. But I am noticing as well a lot of eights. Eight, and we did notice it right there when we were talking about 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 seems to stand out. You've got the Fool card. So something is starting right away. Maybe this is your aspiration, the action that you're inspired to do. That's what's starting right away, leading to abundance. You're channeling an idea of abundance, or an action that will lead to abundance. And in terms of timing, you also have surprise. What are the odds? Surprise. What does the guidebook here says about this extra card? It does give us an idea. Surprise, delight, treat, glee. Yeah. Doesn't help us with the timing, really. So timing. Well, part of this timing is a surprise, and it's going to be a great surprise. So you're going to love the timing. So all I can tell you is that you're going to love the timing. You're not going to think, oh, that was late. You're going to love the timing. But I can give you two prominent dates. There's something about August. It's very strong in your energy. So look forward to something big happening in August for you when it comes to this surprise reading. And also when it comes to timing, you're going to be inspired. That's the Fool card, right? The journey, you're going to be just inspired to take a particular action and you're going to follow it. This is going to be a big thing in your life. So it's starting right now. That's why you're listening to your reading. And something huge is happening in August for you. But maybe between all of that time, there's a surprise time of something, that moment where you go, oh my God, this has all changed for me. So perhaps something in between right there. The mouse, the Ace of Cups, where it actually begins. The surprise itself, not your inspired action, the surprise itself. And yeah, this is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 1. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at a surprise message from your spirit. Ooh, okay. From your spirit guides. These are the decks that I'll be using. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. So very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Lodalite. Your significator card is the Page of Pentacles. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Aquarius, Cancer, and Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, I believe all of your cards are ready, your tarot cards in a moment. And we'll start off by taking a look at your oracle cards first. This particular card, well, this deck, I mean, has 3 objects in each card. Each object has like this small message in the guidebook. And what I usually do is look at all of your cards and then I'll be able to understand which one of these objects your reading is calling towards. And this will be the message that we read in the guidebook for you. Right, so that's the plan. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. These are the ones that popped out first. So you've got Mercury in Pisces with inspiration, and you've got Sun in Libra with harmony. How about we place them right under each other here? Yeah, just to be sure that you can see your cards, I'm going to do that. Okay, you've got the 3 objects here, are wrench, belt buckle, as well as snail. Actually, I already know what your object is. Look at the crack in this piggy bank. Doesn't it look like the crack? Look like the wrench, right? So we already know which one we're called to look at. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You've got trust. Amazing. And you've got the right way. It says learning to create what you desire. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's an amazing thing to learn for sure. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the King of Swords. Yeah, we were just mentioning you learning to create what you desire. That's one of the big things about the King of Swords, especially this one. Create what you desire. You have a strong vision and you know how to make it happen. Oh, okay. We're going to take this card. See, I'm seeing two specific sections in your tarot cards. This one and this one just moved as I was about to say that. So we're also going to take these. So I'll be taking them in this order. Right. So you've got the 10 of Cups. And talking about what you love, you're going to be creating something that you love and desire. Right. You've got the 4 of Pentacles. It makes me think about locking yourself in. It doesn't have to be the house, but locking yourself in the, I don't know, your work, your office, your room, locking yourself in with time, like this is the time that I'm gonna create something, perhaps. Maybe you're already doing that. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm seeing with this particular 4 of Pentacles. It's about you locking yourself to create something. You're inspired here with Mercury in Pisces. Amazing. You've got the World card. Wow. It makes me think like you're shifting worlds. You're shifting into a bigger world. Some of you even might be moving across the world. Don't know, but we'll see. You've got, wow, your cards are amazing. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. And you've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I noticed it. Something about the head here, because I've noticed the snails right there. And by the way, just so you know, the snails are an important symbol that is found in the 9 of Pentacles. And look at them being right next to each other. But in any case, there's something about your head, your beautiful head. You see? You see? You see? And you see, we also have the crown here. Learning to create what you desire. That can't be a coincidence. There's something about you coming up soon with a brilliant idea with the Ace of Swords to create something that you envision, something that you can see very strongly. And you will feel empowered to start putting it together. It will require a huge leap of trust from your side. But obviously, with the Page of Pentacles being your significator card, you can see what a great opportunity this is going to be for you. And so you're taking that leap of faith and you're saving. It doesn't have to be money per se. In fact, here I'm not seeing it entirely as money, unless, of course, what you're trying to create requires money. I'm seeing that with the locking in and this Page of Pentacles, which kind of reminds me of the 4 of Pentacles in itself with the piggy bank. I'm seeing that you're putting in effort by effort, or creation by creation, until you create that which you have in your mind. And I'm seeing that you're putting in to that creation a bit by bit, piece by piece, every day, until it turns into something amazing with the 10 of Cups. You experiencing a whole new world soon. So the surprise here that you're not seeing is that the leap of faith that you're going to be taking will surprise you with the magnitude of results that it's going to bring into your life. So I'm very curious. Let's see which scene this is, like what they're referring to here in this Alice in Wonderland deck. 21, the right way, learning to create what you desire. So it says, "Who am I to get in?" asked Alice again in a louder tone. "Are you to get in at all?" said the footman. That's the first question, you know? It was, no doubt. Only Alice did not like to be told so. It was, I mean, no doubt. Only Alice did not like to be told so. It looks like you were hesitating a bit if something would work out for you once this great idea hit you. Like, can I do this? Something like this. How am I to get in? Are you to get in at all? Said the footman. That's the first question, you know? It's like, don't doubt this. Don't doubt yourself. So the frog footman really does get to the heart of things. When we are pondering how to make a life dream happen, or how we are to get in through or to the other side of whatever issue is facing us, we might wonder if we are meant to get in at all. As the frog footman puts it, we can spend a great deal of time pondering our destiny, wondering if something is meant for us, and sometimes giving it up to fate, proclaiming if it is meant to be, it is meant to be. Alice has a different approach. She doesn't ask if it's meant to be, she asks how it will be done. This practical approach may not seem so spiritual to some. Are we not meant to go with the flow and see where life takes us? Here, Alice knows what must be done and sets out to discover how to achieve it. When this card comes to you, this is just what you must do. Do not wonder if something is meant for you, nor leave it in the hands of the gods. Instead, think of how it can be done. Because after all, if you want something, it's calling for you, and you should co-create with the universe to get it, just like you do with everything in life. You know, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, and why not do the same? Treat your dreams in the same way. So any case, it says, do not wonder if something is meant for you, nor leave it in the hands of the gods. Instead, think of how it can be done. You know, God wants the best, or the gods want the best for you. After all, the universe, whatever you believe in, wants the best for you. If you're desiring something, it's desiring you back. Go get it. How it's going to be done, that's what you are always guided to be flexible with. You take the actions, and how the path takes you is another story. In any case, it says, instead, think of how it can be done. What practical steps can you take? How can you approach the problem in order to solve it? What action can be taken? And what advice can you seek? There is always a way through to the other side. But passively waiting and waiting and waiting for it to simply swing open is not as powerful as actively figuring out the puzzle and discovering how you are to reach the other side. So ask questions, seek advice, look again from a different angle. Think of the how is what your reading is talking about. So obviously, I'm seeing you starting to play a little bit with the creation energy. It looks to me like something is sparking your desire. An idea is brimming in your mind, and you have that passion. You really want something to happen in your life. In fact, I really feel in your reading that you want to create something, learning to create what you desire. If you are doubting yourself, you've got you've got strong guidance here in your reading to go work it, to create it for yourself. Don't doubt. It's not always easy to create, not knowing if it's gonna get you results. And so here you're being invited to not be at all attached with the results and start enjoying the process. Be okay with the fact that it might not happen. And so you're guided to enjoy the baking process rather than being desperately waiting for the cake to come out itself. Enjoy that process. And a person who enjoys baking, of course, is waiting for their cookies or their cake to come out beautifully. But if it doesn't, they've had a lot of fun. And that's the energy I'm seeing you are guided to tap into, because that is going to bring a huge surprise into your life. one with a magnitude, if you just allow it to be, that you would have never thought of. One that you will never know about until you take that step, that leap of faith. Who would have known is the loud phrase I'm hearing in my mind at the moment. Like, buckle up for the surprise. Let's take a look at the wrench. What's our message there? What is your message there? The wrench. $34. Within the third star of Orion's belt, your answer was revealed. We should. The third star of Orion. I'm going to Google that. But it's funny. Third star of Orion. Look at that. Actually, 1, 2, 3. The 3 stars. Third star of Orion's belt. We should read the belt as well, right? It's taking us to this message. We were just saying buckle up. Kind of like a belt. Third star. But before we look at Orion's belt, I'm thinking, since it's pointed towards the King of Swords here, the answer, right? Perhaps the surprise is going to be during the winter time. The King of Swords is the peak of the winter time. So, yeah, I think you will have a huge surprise if you take action, if you take that leap of faith, which, by the way, we have another date. Oh my God, the dates are just suddenly appearing in your reading. Look at this. It looks like the blood moon, the next blood moon, is going to be a big deal because it's going to be the lunar eclipse. So if you're watching this now, I'll tell you what it means for you in a moment. If you're watching this later, it is your reading too. But if you're watching this now, there's something about the blood moon. And I know, because I'm planning your readings, that the blood moon is on the 13th and 14th of March, but you've got 12 here. So it looks like do a bold move regarding this vision that you have the night before this blood moon, right? And it shall bring you a huge surprise the next winter. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, the next winter is obviously like at the peak of the winter, late January, or maybe actually maybe mid-February, right? And look, maybe if you're in the southern hemisphere, we have both worlds here. If you're in the southern hemisphere, obviously you're like the peak point of your winter would be August, right? So for you, there's in the southern hemisphere, there's huge, in your message, there's a huge results, a huge surprise happening in August for you. If you're in the northern hemisphere, your peak, the winter time for you will be mid-February, peak time of winter. So you're guided to take that leap of faith and make a bold move the night before the blood moon, the lunar eclipse. If you're watching this later, by the way, for you, that is next week. What? Next week? Am I crazy? Today's the 10th. No. My apologies. In 3 days. For you, this is in 3 days if you're watching this later. Winter, whenever winter is meant to happen for you, obviously. So yeah, that's in terms of timing. Your guides are saying, start now. Start in 3 days. Make a bold move in 3 days. Because something around the winter time is going to absolutely surprise you. It's going to change your whole world. So much so that some of you might even be moving across the world for that. Or some of you will be owning a home. Some of you will be saving a lot of money. Some of you will be able to create that which you are envisioning. All of you will be able to create that. These were just specific things that I'm seeing. But all of you will be able to bring a dream into reality, fruition. 9 of Pentacles. That's exactly it. Follow this brilliant idea as your guides are describing it. Follow that brilliant idea now. It is the key that you are holding to a great universe that is waiting for you to show up in through your creation. Don't question whether things are going to work out for you or not. Because if you decide that they will work out for you, there's no way it's not going to work out for you. All you need to focus on in the next phase of your life is on the how. Don't ever ask what if. Don't take permission to step in. Ask how constantly, because that dream is going to surprise you. 10 of Cups. It's going to make you so happy. The new world that you will be part of will make you so happy. It's like the fruition of a huge dream that you have. Dare to seek knowledge, the apple. Dare to ask questions. This is what the card is showing you. You will be learning a lot through your emotions of inspiration. As you follow that inspiration, you will learn a lot. So dare to ask questions. Dare to look at maybe how things are done that you didn't know about. It will teach you a lot. And you will be seeking information that's actually seeking you. That's why you're going to find each other. This information is equally finding its way to you. This is where you're going to meet. So, start taking steps. And every step that you take, put like, for example, you can color it, or you can use a jar, and you can put a marble in a jar, and every time you take a step, you can look at your jar and go, whoa, I've taken a lot of steps there. Or you can color it in your journal and go, whoa, I've taken a lot of steps there. Because what you're dreaming about requires step by step, knot by knot, knot by knot, until these little knots one day create a whole beautiful gown. So don't be intimidated by your dream, and make sure you make a bold move before the evening before the blood moon. Belt buckle seems to be part of your reading as well. Look, it seems to be part of your reading as well in many different ways. So I'm going to also, why not, read it to you as well. Belt buckle 110. It opened right on the page. The sun rose into the morning sky, bringing with it your answer. The sun, right? Oh my God. The sun rose into the morning sky, bringing with it your answer. There's something about the sun and the moon, this lunar eclipse. The next morning after the lunar eclipse for you will be a significant morning, because you will realize that this bold step that you've taken is actually creating something for you. Something is happening. Something is moving. Okay, this seems like a big deal. I love this for you, my dear pile number 2. Let's continue and take a look at the rest of your message, the rest of your surprise. So you've got the King of Pentacles. Wow. You've got the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, as well as the Nine of Swords. Oh my God, you know what I've just noticed as I was looking at your cards, and I thought that probably most people watching this pile have already noticed it, and they're face palming and they're like, Reem, can't you see? Because we talked about the snails here and it being in the Nine of Pentacles. The snail too was highlighted in this reading, and I absolutely overlooked it. And we looked at the wrench, which we saw here, the first thing. Then we talked about Orion's belt, which took us to the belt buckle. And then right now, just notice the snail. But it's okay. Everything appears, especially spiritually, in the right time. So you've got a message here, as we just unlocked your cards, pertaining to the snail. Let's check. It looks like in this reading, all of these elements are part of your reading. I love the treasure hunt going on in your reading. Let's see what the snail is saying. Snail 94. It's message number 94. Right. Like a ball of fire burning in the sky. Your answer is clear and bright. And you know, it does remind me again of the lunar eclipse, the blood moon, how bright it's going to be. And your answer is very clear. It looks like perhaps you're really doubting with the Two of Swords, wondering if this is actually going to happen. And I have a lot to tell you here as I look at these cards and where the crown is and all this. I'll tell you what I'm seeing in the moment. But then you've got no, and I saw it, and the song played in my head as I was like letting you know what I'm seeing here with the ball. And you know what song played in my head? No, 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 there's no limits. So there you go. If you've been doubting if this is supposed to happen, because this is stressing you out, perhaps you're already going through something that is scaring you. That's the voice, that's the fear that's telling you, oh, it's not going to work, we're stressed out. But every part of your being is seeing that that's the right thing to do. You can see that this is your message, you know, apart from your fears and your doubts, right? Your whole being knows that it's seeing a message right there. And the surprise here is that if you follow this message that all of your being is seeing, the universal court of law will work in your favor. The law of the universe, the law of attraction will work in your favor. I don't know why. Maybe it will work in your favor because you're following your desires. It will work in your favor. Yeah, you're following your heart. Maybe you're doing something for the greater good. But I feel like here it's because you're following your desires. All of the hearts here. You're connecting to your heart. You're listening to it. You're taking that leap of faith. And it will, with the King of Pentacles, if you follow these messages, this idea, the law of attraction will work in your favor, and with the King of Pentacles, it will reap the utmost results. You'll get the abundance that you're meant to get and more, especially with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups and more. You're going to amass so much of that energy, whatever it is that you're trying to get to. In fact, with the inspiration here, Mercury and Pisces, you're going to have so much fun doing that. Follow that ball. Make sure you start in the eve of the lunar eclipse, or if you're watching this later, 3 nights from now. Tonight is counted as 1, right? So Page of Cups is about following your inspiration, following your heart. Just go for it. And the thing is, all of the flowers that I'm seeing, the flowers, it's like you are going to blossom. It's not just you creating that vision. You will learn a lot, especially a lot of information that's very interesting, that not everybody knows about. That's the apple. And as a consequence, your spirit guides are showing you that you're going to blossom a lot. You're going to grow and feel fulfilled in the process. Oh, also, if you're worried, do you see the cover here? If you're really scared and worried, your spirit guides are saying, just follow that vision. We've got you covered. You're going to be safe. Don't worry about fears. Don't worry about fears. Don't worry about the things that you're afraid of. In fact, if you are looking for harmony, the best thing to do in your life right now, if you want that harmony in your life, is to actually take a step towards what you're inspired to do. You're seeing that vision, that idea for a reason. Follow it and take it slow. You don't have to rush. Here you can see You take it knot by knot, by knot, by knot. No rush. Secure each stage after the next, after the next, after the next. You've got the key here. And you can lock these results, these wonderful things in. They can become yours with the Four of Pentacles. So take that leap of faith on the eve of the moon eclipse, lunar eclipse. And you have no idea. The surprise here is the type of abundance and results, depending on what this is for you, that you will get because of that step, that faith that you put into this on that night. This is the best way to find harmony in your life, as well as fully enjoy it. This is a great opportunity with the Page of Pentacles. This is your significator card that your spirit guides want to show you. You're going to be very happy and fulfilled. Don't miss out on that step. Your idea is valid. Your idea is great. You're picking up on something big here. Follow it, is exactly the message that I'm seeing for you, my dear pile number 2. You will be wowed and surprised, especially during your winter. And the type of results it's going to give you. I'm so excited for you, my dear pile number 2. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at a surprise message from your spirit guides. These are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. If you're interested, of course, in knowing the names of any of them, as always, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Hematite in the shape of a disco ball. And your significator card is this specific 8 of Swords. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile, oh, this one moved. Let me take it. The signs for this pile are Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. All of your cards are ready. We'll take a look at your oracle cards first. So, oh my God, this is the exact card. Can you see your card actually? Yes, this is the exact card that popped up in pile number 2. So if you're drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. It says the right way. And the key sentence here on this card is learning to create what you desire. All right, you've got attachment. Very interesting. And you've got Ouroboros here. Okay. Something may be coming in full cycle. You're holding on to something specifically, especially that this is the 8 of Swords, like maybe you're stuck somewhere, or attachment in that case with the 8 of Swords, you're holding on to something. Maybe it's not a bad thing after all. We'll see. We'll see. So this deck has 3 objects in every card. And the way I like to use this deck is that I allow the reading to show me which of the 3 objects your reading is pointing towards. And once we find that out, we'll read the little message in the guidebook pertaining to that particular message. Sometimes it happens that we're supposed to check more than 1 object. In the last reading, pile number 2, we checked the 3 objects, which is very rare. Usually it's pointing towards, most often than not, towards 1 object. Right, so your 3 objects are zipper, key ring, as well as take-out box. Interesting. Okay, you've got Saturn in Aquarius with eccentricity. And you've got Sun in Virgo with health. Okay, let's take a look now at your tarot cards. Ooh, we've got, you know, some popping out. So let's take these carefully. So we've got these and we've got these. There we go. We'll use these ones or take a look at these ones first before we pull any more. Right, so you've got the Hanged Man right off the bat. Again, there's an energy here of stuck energy. Hanged Man, Eight of Swords, attachment, something here in this pile seems to be stagnant, maybe. You've got the Three of Cups. Maybe this is talking about you being alone. Not sure. You've got the Hermit. Oh my God. Well, I would say if you are on your own, maybe you've left your friends or family, your hometown or something, I would tell you it looks like you're going to be surprised by these people. It's going to be a surprise for all of you to meet once again. But that's very specific, I understand. But it's here. If this is supposed to resonate, if this is, resonating with you. You've got the Sun card. It could be reuniting with something very dear to you. It doesn't have to be people. Any case, let's continue. You've got the Ace of Wands, powerful energy, the Ace of Wands, next to the fire. It almost reminds me of a match that you ignite from fire. And look at all of this fire. All right, you've got, wow, the Star card. The Five of Swords. And you've got the Four of Pentacles. You know, the cotton is one of the rare produce that we don't eat. Most, I'm not saying all, of course, but most. I mean, we use plants for many things, medicinal reasons, for food, nutrition, and all of that. But I'm just saying that cotton is one of the few produce that we plant that we use for a different reason. We don't consume it, at least through our mouths. We wear it. We use it to create things to wear. So I'm just picking up on a surprise. Something that usually happens in a particular way is happening for you in a different way. In almost in an opposite way than what you are expecting, and it's leading to you being very happy with that opposite energy. It's almost like you're expecting something to go in a specific direction only for it to take a steep turn and meet you at a surprising point that you're not expecting. It's coming back full circle, but in a more evolved way. So I know I've been speaking a little bit in terms of symbolism, but I'm just showing you what I'm picking up on, and together we're gonna put the message for you. So we're getting the idea of reuniting with something from the past that you loved, Three of Cups. You're going to be exciting about something being reunited with you. Also, there's an element of the results giving you something different than what you expected, but it's going to turn out brilliant because it's the universe's way of giving you your dream just in a different way that you weren't expecting. It's happening in the weirdest way. So this is definitely what you would call as a weird surprise. Where you're holding something small, but it's able to ignite into something huge. Right, let's now put these elements together. I would say, looking at your significator card first, it looks like you are feeling alone, 8 of Swords, stuck. Also 8 of Swords, you're not able to see ahead. You're not able to see a way out of this situation, some situation in your life. You feel stuck there. You're like, oh my God, I'm stuck there. You're not aware that your world, as gloomy as it may seem at the moment in this area, is not set in stone as you think. And that soon you will discover that you have something that you can ignite to transform all of your environment. This thing seems to be a tool that you have, that you will use. This tool maybe is something that you have from the past. This tool you will use this time and it's going to blow out of proportions, giving you a different result than what you were expecting. Now that you're getting these different results, perhaps this is a dream from the past that you are reuniting with. Something that you used to have, you once used to have, or a dream that you once had. It's going to start showing up in your life again. And it's showing up because you're daring to do things differently. Because look, they look the same here. In this 5 of Swords, this figure is leaving this hill for the fox because she has a bigger vision. So, putting the picture together again, your surprise is you've got a tool right now that you will use. Using it now is the right time. It will ignite things. It will blow out of proportion. It will give you great results, right? And it's going to take you back to something that you love. And you're going to be thinking, weird, who would have thought when I held this thing, this tool, that it was going to give me this weird results that is giving me something that I really loved from the past, but in a modern way, something that fits your today. And be patient with me with the symbolism that I am uncovering. We'll figure it out, but I'm just honestly trying to show you what I'm seeing. You're going to be thinking, wow, what a blast from the past. I love it. Who would have thought that this tool was going to give me these types of results, bring things back just in an amazing way? I'm so surprised. This is so weird how things are working out. That's the energy I'm picking up here. So soon you will find your whole world changing completely. Right now you're stuck, not realizing that you have a particular tool that maybe you're not using. Maybe you've used it before, didn't garner the results you wanted. It's there, the tool's there. Somehow you're going to use that tool now and it's going to go wham! And you're going to go, whoa, oh my God, look at these amazing things that this tool is giving me. Maybe it's giving you results in a different way than you're expecting, but it opens up your horizon, your vision, into something way better and bigger than what you're trying to do or create right now. Because at the moment, you're trying to create something the right way, learning to create what you desire. So maybe you're looking right under your nose, and the bam that is happening here is giving you something way bigger. Maybe this way bigger thing puts you in touch with a huge dream that you had before, or puts you in touch with something amazing that you had before. Maybe you lost and you get back to it, depending really on how this resonates with you, the direction. And I'm saying past is because something is coming full circle, but it's coming in a better way. Maybe you're getting back to and creating an old project that you had that didn't work out before. Maybe you're going back to an office that you left one day, but just in a bigger position. Maybe this has nothing to do with work. Maybe you're going back to an older community, but now you're having fun with them. There's a surprise here. Maybe you're going back to an old dream that you used to have that you forgot about completely. Now you're like, oh my God, I can totally tap into that dream again. The way you're going to get there is that you're going to use one of your tools that you're not using much to get different results than what you're expecting. So let's explore this surprise here. So follow your vision, use that tool. Which one of these are tools? The keyring and the zipper. Actually, even the takeout box is a tool for delivery. All right, don't mind this now. Let's take a look at what these different results, how, I want to say, what are these different results? Like, what did you expect and how different is this once you use that tool? And don't worry if you're like, what is this tool? You'll find out these days, because you'll remember that your spirit guides were telling you about a surprise coming as you use something differently these days. This time, it's coming, something is coming back to you, but it's coming back bigger, better, with a broader vision. It's the same thing as before, just bigger, better, with a bigger scope. And it's a different thing that you're not expecting. So what is that different here? You've got the Eight of Pentacles. So sorry. Looks like different is in the scope of your work, what you're going to do in your everyday life, how you're using your skills. It shows your mastery. You're building something that you love, that looks great. Six of Pentacles is different in the results that it gives you, because the Six of Pentacles is generosity, a card of generosity. So it's different in how much it gives you back, the actual results that you take in your hands. Results that you can touch. What is it called? Tangible results. If this is your work, obviously the tangible results are your money and your growth and things like that. So your mastery shows, your skills show. It's giving back in a different way, where your skill shows, the results you're getting are more tangible, they're more generous. Four of Swords. There's something about what you are able to imagine. There's more emphasis here on the type of efforts, because this figure here is relaxing in the Four of Swords. So it looks like maybe you're so focused on effort, or you're maybe so focused on doing things with your own hands. I don't know, it makes me feel like there is It's about the mind with the Four of Swords. So it's more about you putting effort into the thought, the mastery, the thought, than it is about the actual thing that you're doing right now. Maybe that's what's coming back bigger but better. That's the difference. So there's an emphasis on your mind, the beauty of your mind, how you're able to think about things, how much you're resting here. Let's not forget the Four of Swords, how much you get to rest. So there's less physical effort, let's say, more mental effort, more thought, more planning. Maybe this is automation for some of you. Like, for example, when it comes to farming, there's less digging for each seed and more about using tools to allow for a lot of seeds to be planted at the same time. So there's more thought, more intelligence, more mastery, more of you showing your mastery, how masterful you are, and there's more tangible results and more generous results, coming in, more generosity. So you'll be basically surprised by the massive and changed results that you are expecting. So I think here it's talking about different scope. Like, you're expecting, let's say, for example, you're trying to lose weight and you're stuck, for example, at a certain weight, and you're like, oh, I wish I can get healthier and just lose. I'd be happy if I just lose these 3 kilos. I'll be very happy. And then you wind up, it's like a different scope. You actually get to lose your dream weight. Or if this is like work and money, then you're like, oh, the scope here is I just want to increase my income for like $300. That would be great. And then the scope here is far different. It's like you're increasing your wealth by $5,000 or $10,000. Like, whoa, completely different scope is what I'm seeing here. Completely different scope, results, and the things that results that you're getting that you can use in a different way than what you were using. This is like a surprise message that your spirit guides want to let you know. The health of whatever you're working on is going to be super bright. The results are going to go out of proportion in a great way. And you're going to be surprised. You're going to think it's so weird. How am I getting these types of different results in my life? This is like in its full health, full battery, giving you its best results. And with attachment, it's like your guides are saying, don't be so attached to the little. Let the universe show you more. Now, what I really am curious about in your reading here is what you're coming back to just better. What is it that you're coming back to? 7 of Cups, something you were searching for, something you were looking for. You're going back to something you were looking for. The fire is very strong in this pile. The 2 of Pentacles. You shifted towards something and now you're shifting back towards what you originally wanted. Because when you were looking for it back then, maybe you didn't find it, so you just had to shift. It could be talking about fields for some of you. You've got, the Harvest of Cups, that's the King of Cups, and you've got the Mountain Goat. And the rainbow here. So you were thinking about something before, and with the reflection on the Mountain Goat, you will now have the power to achieve it, to achieve that vision. Oh, so it was a dream. It was a vision that you had. Right, what you desire. Okay, so now we've established what you're going back to is what you originally desired. Let me turn on the light. There we go. So what did you originally desire, my dear pile number 3? That you were sort of forced one way or the other to shift your attention out of, only to find yourself now being able to go back to that vision and achieve it. This is the mountain goat. Now, the King of Cups shows that this is something that you deeply care about. If not, with the King of Cups, the most thing that you're looking for and care about. That, yeah, what you desire. Oh, that is what the reading is referring to. What you desire. You couldn't reach it before. You shifted scope. The scope where you shifted was limited, but it helped you find a tool that you will use from this shift that you went to, that will ignite and make that difference, huge results that you never imagined, that will show your mastery, that will show everything we discussed here. And it is that within the other thing that will lead you back to what you were originally looking for and help you achieve it. Oh, finally, we figured out the reading. We put it together. Now, so you shifted because the tool was there, only to help bring you back to what you were looking for. There we go. I had a question. Oh, weird. Yes. How is, we know that these were talking about how different. In what weird way will you, because that's a surprise, in what weird way, oh, look at your Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be very fortunate. Is this tool going to give you results? And I will make sure that I also look at what this tool is. The right way. You're now getting to what you originally wanted, just in the right way. So what is the weird results that you're going to materialize and watch happen in your life, just like a wish come true in front of your eyes? What are the weird results that this tool is going to get you? So let's first ask, what is this tool? Because, at this point, we need to know what this tool is. 10 of Wands. Here, this person is really burdened, right? Here, this person is stuck, and they've got the tool of cutting this gloominess out, of taking what is burning them. So your tool is found in all of the orange, which is that burn. Your burn out is showing you clearly a tool that you're not using. And the more it burns, the more your desire will grow towards something else. So the more this burns, the more it will be clear to you that you want to do something else to, first of all, help alleviate this burn, and to enjoy with the Ace of Wands as well, something, right? So you're now stuck, you're feeling that burn, and the more this is going to burn, the more it's showing you the way out. The more it is clearly pointing to you what you actually need to do. And I foresee that you will follow this desire. Once you follow that desire and initiate something, it's going to blow out of proportions when it comes to the results that it's going to give you. So much so that it's going to broaden your horizon, your eyes, to a bigger horizon, a bigger scope of things. And you realizing, oh my God, I can use these results in a different way. These results that I'm getting, I can use in a different way. I don't have to be so limited in what I think can happen. So now we're going to ask, what is the weird results? Now we get to the point of asking, what are the weird results? And this absolutely completes the reading for us. And we'll understand, no rush, we'll understand which one here it's pointing towards. Oh, I actually know. Pointing towards showed me the pointing here, and that's hot, right? The take-out box is what ensures that your food reaches you hot. So I think since we said pointing out, it is the take-out box. Back to the question, we'll read this in a moment, but the question here was, what's the weird results? Like, what are you not expecting to see once all of this burning ignites you to use a tool that you have? King of Pentacles. So it's very clear. With the King of Pentacles, the weird results are the type of abundance, specifically results, that's it, that you will get out of this tool. The type of abundance and results that this simple tool will give you. Yeah, I mean, I should have guessed it. We keep talking about a broader horizon, especially that I know this Five of Swords is like, okay, we're not going to fight. You can take that. It's fine. Enjoy it. I have a broader picture. I'm even going to help you get there because I have a bigger hill that I want to get to, that dream. Same girl. And so you're like, you know what? I'm not going to fight in this struggle anymore, in this area anymore. I'm going to do my best there, actually help out, because I have a bigger vision. And that's what this Ace of Wands is giving. Now that we've understood your reading, and it's like, don't be so attached to whatever is right under your nose. There's something way bigger. Use that tool that you know you have in a time where you feel so burnt out. And it will give you that original dream back that you had to shift from. So let's read the take-out box, that box that keeps the heat, protects the heat, right? Oh, we forgot to ask, take out, what number is that? There, take out box 136. The last snowflake of the season to fall brings with it your answer. And we're talking about heat. It's like it was so cold. There is the last snowflake falling before everything is so bright. The heat comes back up. That dream comes back in your life. And so I believe your strong message is there's a burn here. Keep everything intact. Stay calm, because that's the last of it. Keep cool, even if you're like burning. Keep cool. The last snowflake, that's the last time where you have to like keep it together. Keep cool, contain it, don't blow don't release that heat. Keep cool, because it is this particular heat that is so important, that is leading you to take that action. So instead of releasing that heat and going, oh, I give up, I'm tired, look at what it's pointing you towards. That you hold, and your whole life's going to change. It's pointing you to something that will absolutely surprise you. Don't release the heat, but find your way out of the heat. Use that tool that you have. That desire, you're like, can I do that? Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. That's what everything in your being, everything in your universe has isolated you to figure out, to do to finally see it. Because you have the full capability with the mountain goat to get to the top. It is gonna be that very thing that takes you back to what you always wanted. And my dear pile number 3, your guides are showing you what type of grand surprises are going to happen in your life with that tool. You're stuck for a reason. It is that heat that is making you see that desire or form that desire that will take you and change everything for you, take you to where you originally wanted to go and change everything for you. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!